This is a basketball.
Yeah,
Looks like one.
A small one. It's got dirt on it from my grandchildren, but in any event, this is a basketball. This is what you put in the hoop to score points and lead your team. Now, with that being established, Hank, do it again.
I tell you what, Bobby.
Now, give me this camera.
That's what I was trying to do the first time.
Angel Reese, you're very talented. You wouldn't have won a national championship without your talent. Okay. 6'3", a forward, and a lefty. You have some dangerous weapons. I will never say that you're not talented. I've watched you for 2 years at LSU, especially when you played a gutty game in a regional championship against your nemesis and Caitlin Clark. And let's call it the way we see it. It's a rivalry, and Caitlin's her nemesis for many reasons I'll get into later. But given the fact that you've been in the W for a year plus, and given the fact that your team has now been blown out not once but twice by the Indiana Fever, go Fever, and the second time was without an ailing Caitlin Clark, I have got to say this as real as I can. Angel Reese, you suck. Well, I'll say it again. Very, very talented and a lot of potential there with Angel Reese. I am basing my opinion off of what I have seen. And right now, Angel Reese, you need to go back to the drawing board, which in essence means the gym. What I saw Saturday is you get bullied by Aaliyah Boston, Natasha Howard, on a couple of occasions, Kelsey Mitchell. We've seen you get bullied, and you're supposed to be the bully. You're supposed to be the villain. You ain't doing a good job of it. 4 points on Saturday night. And I want to stick with Saturday night because Angel Reese was supposed to have the spotlight all to herself. No Caitlin Clark to contend with.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You're at home. You're in the United Center. All right? Let me say that again. You're in the United Center. You had all that in your favor. And plus, on top of that, it was on CBS Sports. It was on CBS. Okay, forget CBS Sports Network. It was on CBS. In prime time. All right?
This was her revenge game. This was supposed to be her revenge game.
Eastern time, 7 p.m. Central time. This was prime time for Angel Reese in the Sky, who had won 2 in a row to this point. Beat Dallas twice. And you, Angel Reese, scored 4 points.
4.
You're supposed to be the captain of this team. And y'all got blown out 79-52. The only period where you had an advantage was the fourth period, and you barely outscored them 13-11. Barely. Okay? Indiana, once upon a time, led this game by 35 points. Let me say it again. Once upon a time, the Indiana Fever led this game earlier in the fourth quarter by 35 points. The middle 2 periods is where everything went to hell for the Chicago Sky because they got outscored 20-15 in the second period, and the third period they got obliterated 27-11. As a YouTuber that I love watching called the title of his YouTube channel is Behind the Line. Casey began his rant perfectly when he said, quote, "What was that?" Matter of fact, Angel Reese, with your game on Saturday or lack thereof, and it's not the first time we've seen you shrink and come up smaller than Mini-Me on top of the world's smallest Hell in a Cell. I hope I got that right, Victor.
It's shorter than Mini-Me on a stepladder inside the world's
On a
smallest Hell in a
stepladder.
Cell.
Forgot
I mean,
the step
Dak
ladder.
Prescott looked more effective than you did, Angel. That's saying something.
Let me put a very big number in front of Angel Reese. 19,496. A sellout in the United Center. Let me repeat that. 19,496, and you scored 4 points when the spotlight was on you. I have a question.
What in the all types of blue hell
was that?
You know what's scaring me? At some point, we're going to have some pictures of Angel Reese, whether she's in the basketball uniform or some of her outfits.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to hear the galloping of a horse. And there's going to be a picture saying Angel Reese is the truth. And you're going to hear, this has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation.
I might have to do something with that.
Because that's what this is getting bad.
They've been beating this dead horse since Angel Reese was drafted 7th in the 2024 WNBA draft. Gentlemen, I have a question. Who was drafted first overall?
Caitlin.
Who has proven more?
Despite an injury? Well, right now it's been Caitlin.
Between the two, it's all Caitlin Clark and nobody else. Period. Point blank. End of ball game. Do you realize that the Indiana Fever have only lost once to the Angel Reese-led Chicago Sky, and that was last year in Chicago at Wintrust Arena when Angel Reese showed her potential in leading the team from a 15-point fourth quarter deficit to an 88-87 win. We all watched that game. All right? We all watched that game, and we all said the same thing. Now, this is the Angel Reese we need to see.
Yes.
Because she finished with 24 points, I believe 24. Fact check me on this, if you please. It was in Chicago. They won 88-87. I just need Angel Reese's stats from that game. That game is where we saw the potential of Angel Reese bust out.
Yes.
Especially in the final 10 minutes. Talk to me.
I'm still working on things.
Working on it. Okay. Since then, Angel Reese, you have shrunk and disappeared. And you're supposed to be one of the reasons that the WNBA has more eyes now and larger audiences.
And a lot of people are going to point to, well, look at all the rebounds she has. Look at how many rebounds she's got. I'm like,
man, give me this. You're supposed to be one of the reasons of the rise of viewership in the WNBA? Bullshit.
Sunday.
Give me this.
Now that's
June 23rd last year.
Talk to me.
Angel Reese had 25 and 16.
You hear that, Angel Reese? 25 points, 16 rebounds in front of just short of 10,000 at Wintrust Arena. That is when you were supposed to grow from that. And I'm going to make a comparison that's going to make every man on this panel cringe, but I'm going to do it anyway. You've shrunk more than LeBron James has after a 7-game war against Shane's Boston Celtics, where you were supposed to take that next step in ascension. 2008 is the year.
Oh, right. 2008 Cavs.
2008 was the year where you single-handedly, LeBron, battled the Boston Celtics for 7 games. Danny Fuller says Angel is no Robin. Angel's not even close to being good. All right? Robin's a Hall of Famer. James Buddha Edwards and that whole Piston team. Okay? You can't even make that comparison. And I've seen, except for that one game against Indiana, I have not seen the potential of Angel Reese flourish.
No.
None.
Period. I have not seen the potential, and God help me, the potential's there. But Angel, you need to get in the gym. Number one. Number two, pick a lane. Either you're going to be a fashionista or you're going to be a WNBA star. And right now, everything's leaning toward fashionista because you don't care about playing basketball. Oh, did I say something wrong? Let me say it again. Angel Reese, you do not care about playing basketball, and you're showing it. You're showing it. Let your game do your talking. And if you continue to do that the way you're playing right now, you ain't saying much.
No.
And you won't say much more either. You realize that the Indiana Fever last year won 3 out of 4, and they're 2-0 against Chicago this year with 2 blowouts.
2 blowouts.
Oh, by the way, July 27th is when they meet again. Guess where that game is?
That's back in the Fieldhouse.
Back in the United Center.
Oh, back in the United Center.
Back in the UC. Okay.
They're back in the UC. July 27th.
Now,
and then August 9th and September 5th, those will be in Indianapolis.
Okay.
Here's
Talk
my
to me, dog.
Does Angel Reese maybe have a performance problem in front of huge crowds?
We talked about that.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility, but at some point you got to get past that because that's what you signed up for.
I mean, outside of the performance that she had during the LSU days, that
where the Maravich Assembly Center seats what, 15,000?
Yeah. Maybe it's also now the money's getting to things. You know,
not only the money getting to her, but the fame is getting to her.
It's the fame. It's the fame.
It's the fame. The money's coming, okay? If she makes the right deals off the floor, she's going to be fine.
I mean, she's extremely marketable. What did I say before? She's an extremely marketable person. She has the flair. She has more of the flash and flair than someone like a Caitlyn does. Caitlyn is more the steak, whereas Angel's more the sizzle. You need both.
You do. You do need both. And Angel, you should be used to playing in front of big crowds because the Maravich Assembly Center holds 13,215. That should be more than enough. And remember, she started her college career at Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And at Maryland, you're playing in front. Well, potentially you could play in front of 19,900. But we know that women's sports is not supported that way, unfortunately, and we're working to change that.
Right.
I said it. My crew is working to change that. Back to business. Angel Reese, I hate telling you that you suck because I know the potential is there, but let's just face facts. Right now, as far as being a WNBA player, you suck badly.
You're not.
And unless you talk to Lisa Leslie, who helped you form your foundation.
Yes.
Unless you talk to Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon, okay? And legends like that, Tina Thompson can help you, for God's sakes. Unless you talk to people like that and actually listen and do what you're supposed to do, I'm sorry, but you ain't worth the price of the ticket. Period. And you'll never be worth the price of the ticket unless you decide to get in the gym and shape your game up. Unless you make the conscious decision, and we all make conscious decisions in our field of choice.
Quick interruption. My family's here. I got a jet.
All right, Doug.
Take off. Listen, unless you make the conscious decision to get in the gym and get it in your mind that you are a great basketball player, your words mean nothing. I had to get it in my mind that I'm a hell of a broadcaster. I had to see it and I had to feel it. You got to do the same thing, Angel Reese. But until you talk to legends like Lisa Leslie to get you started, hell, ring up Cheryl Miller.
Well, one of the problems with Angel is that every interview she does is about Caitlyn. It's about Caitlyn Clark and how Caitlyn Clark is not the only face of the league and all that.
Well, and that's the thing. That's the thing I was going to bring up. As I said it before yesterday, that there is a bit of the fatigue between both of them, between Angel and
Caitlin Clark.
It's like,
and they're ignoring.
Right.
We talked about it yesterday. The fatigue is real. Okay. And I'm getting pretty sick and damn tired of you, Angel.
Go ahead, Snowman.
I'm getting pretty sick and tired of you, Angel Reese. Give me this. Talking all this and not proving it. Period.
Like we'll get to this quote that was brought up, right? So Angel remains defiant against her critics after dropping just 4 points on 2 of 7 shooting against the Fever, right? She goes on Instagram showing off a nice little black leather suit. And she says, "I am exactly who I think I am." And this is in all caps.
I am exactly who I think I am.
So the question is, who are you?
Who are you? I am exactly who
are you?
Just a moment. I am exactly who I think I am, says Angel Reese.
Stop it. Get some help.
Is my response.
No, who are you? Because at this point, Angel Reese, the basketball player, is nothing to look at.
The fashionista is good to look at, okay?
The fashionista is fine.
But you got to remember, and BGS said this so many times over, and we've repeated it. Basketball is where you make your bread right now.
Yes.
Concentrate on that. Because if you don't concentrate on that, you're going to be out of league in 2 years.